What did I think about Chauncey Billups with the $5 million bond? Oof. Not since I saw Scarface. And I remember how that was with Tony Montana's character, the $5 million bond. I was like, ooh, Chauncey, you really deep. When you got to put up your house just to cover the half. It ain't gonna come with 10%, but that's still outrageous. It's like, yo, they want you to talk, wire you. And when they come up with that kind of bread, that's like, man, you looking at some serious time, unless of course you can flip it. And it just shows that there's this pretty serious situation, even though there's other situations they could definitely be going on about. Took me a few days with it because I had to like kind of put this in perspective. How was I going to address this is a crazy bond, one of the saddest, strangest, but also part reality. It's what's embedding is real. People do stuff all the time, and they catch a fish and they hook them in, and then sometimes people get caught too deep, and they have to get in and they have to do what they gotta do, and then they know no other way, and then before you know it, they in too deep, and they own you. And it's one thing that you were a world champion, you were finals MVP, you were a Hall of Famer, etc. And now, they just gonna let you do some serious talking. You're looking at some serious time. So it's a reality that it's pretty severe, and you just don't know how it's going to manifest. You don't know what's going to happen with it. You just seeing it as a situation where you got to kind of scratch your head. You like to think that maybe they're going to offer a plea deal, but this here looks like a 20-30, with the feds and the money and everything that's going on. This looks like a pretty straightforward, it's going to take a special kind of deal to even break. And he must have really, really had some flashcards that really were flipped, because this is pretty steep. I mean, there are people for a first-time offender to get a $5 million bond. That's outrageous. I know that being in Portland, that's like the least happening town of basketball now. So you got to do something to get you. Those old fans in the 90s and all who used to call them the Jailblazers would have definitely had a field day with this one. That your head coach is gonna, this is just sad and bad on so many levels. And